Welcome,
off the Wi-Fi.
welcome to We All Gonna Die Wednesday. Please let me know if you can hear us. We're in the field tonight. If you guys haven't noticed, we're in the field tonight. We're trying some new things, Livingston, man.
I wanted to do this for a while, like basically all summer long.
Yeah. Can you hear me, Eric?
Can you guys hear?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Everything's a little bit behind on our end. 5x5, Cat Lady Nelly, good evening. Tracy K, Teresa Buchanan, Johnny Preps, Greenleaf, BLT in the house. Scott, what's up, everybody? How are you? Hang on a second here. I gotta do something. There, look at that. It works.
The volume controls are on the side of it.
On the side?
There, look at that. It works.
No, that's not it. That's not it.
See that?
Yeah, I gotta give it to the Livingston, man. I'm terrible. I'm terrible.
Wow, what did you do?
I don't know. He'll fix it. He'll fix it. This is what he does. He is the Livingston man. Just makes things happen. Yeah, all of a sudden I was watching the roaming preppers stuff. It happens. It happens. So word on the street, Livingston, man, is we're gonna have ourselves a full blue super moon.
The real background looks faker than the fake ones.
It does. It really does.
Killing me, bro.
I hope the video quality is good for you guys. We're running off of the 3-second echo. Yeah, hopefully it's gone now, right? Fakest green screen ever, right? I mean, it's awesome. It's awesome. I love being out here. Aside from the gallons of bug spray that I put on. I put on a ton of freaking bug spray to come out here.
They're hovering right above us.
Yeah, yeah, they're all right here, but they're not coming at me. It's good bug spray.
Hopefully they go for the lights and not the camera.
Is the echo gone? No echo. We're good. Looks good. No echo. Scott, thank you very much. Yeah, it's awesome to be outside. We got crops growing behind us. I mean, this is beautiful.
I mean, this is not a green screen.
No. The Livingston man. He's gone. He's gone. Forget it. He's gone. He's gone. He's out of here. He's out of here. Hate the bug, says Jeep Girl. The good news is we got a nice breeze right in our face this evening. So it's really keeping the bugs down. Patty S., we are in Columbia County. We are in Columbia County. If you guys see us, stop by, roll up, and bring a camp chair.
You probably can't miss it.
Yeah. If you got good eyes, you could probably see. Wolfang said it needs a campfire. I agree, but we wanted to get the best viewing angle for the full supermoon to rise right back here behind us. So
moonrise is 7:46 local time.
Oh, there you go. So 10 minutes, guys. 10 minutes from now, full moon's rising. It should be right in between us, Livingston, man.
I think so.
If that freaking star map is right, it's going to be right here in between us.
Now
are you drinking Blue Moon beer, Prepared Irishman? We so dropped the ball on that one, bro.
God, I feel bad. No,
but this is it's a blue Red Bull can. Yeah, he's got a blue can too. So I mean, if it was a green, Livingston would be half gone. Yeah, he's wearing the Lord's camouflage here. So is that level 5?
4.
4?
It's the wind shirt. It's windy.
Oh, every occasion, man. He's got it for every occasion. Did you see my photos of Green Lake State Park? If you've never been there, it was amazing, near Syracuse, New York. Patty S., I have not, but I will definitely be checking them out. These lights, they ain't long for this world, Livingston, man. Not in this breeze. They're
going to come flying at us. At the moment, they assured me at around 8 o'clock it would be clear.
Yeah, but no, it's still kind of
I see hope on the horizon over there. So
yeah, we're hoping for big gaps in the clouds behind us here in the next 10 minutes.
By the way, you guys,
we are going to set Micro Wolf and Wolfang through the freaking ceiling tonight when that starts rising behind us. You realize what happens to these guys when the moon gets full, right?
Oh boy. I just want to welcome you guys to the not live video.
Yeah, there you go. This is the not live video. During the live video, Livingston man always has one of these things on him. Always. What does he say? He says, I keep that thing on me.
Because y'all don't know how to act.
Excuse me.
I've done a few experiments where I've walked up and down the road and I strap it to my quad, or I'll be holding it in my hand while I'm driving.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, people, if you encounter them, they act right.
Because they know. They know they're on camera. Latina Prepper, good evening, sister. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, old Joe Biden. What's happening? It's giving him the bubble guts, the big blue moon, he said.
How about my homie McConnell can't stay with us?
Bro,
Loving this.
What
I'm
is
loving this.
up with this, dude? Did you guys see Mitch McConnell freaking blank out today?
He did it again.
Yeah.
He did it again. It's like, I don't know what's going on.
Bad. It seemed as though that I only saw a small snippet of the whole interview.
He blanked out for like 30 seconds, apparently. Like,
yeah, he froze up for a while to the point where his aide had to walk in and ask him if he heard the question.
This is twice in like a month now or something.
Yeah, Greenleaf, they definitely turned his button off. This is the second time in public that this has happened.
I'm reaching right across the aisle here. I'm going to say in general that like this is a bit too common in Congress. This is supposed to be like powerful people in charge of, you know, the free world. And instead we're like, this is like a nightmare nursing home.
It really is.
The commander-in-chief is falling down the stairs of the airplane. This guy's having a stroke at the press conference. Feinstein's like looking like Stephen Hawking. And these people they won't step down. They won't stand aside. And not coming out for him, but it's got to be said. Donald Trump's ability to lead, fitness to lead was questioned before he even walked through the door. Yeah. They want to know everything from his body mass index to his IQ to the size of his wiener.
And, they really did too.
But here we are, we're having strokes on live TV and can't form coherent sentences from our wheelchair. And like,
Tracy K, maybe.
Where's the 24th Amendment they're so always ready to invoke? You know?
Yeah, they're not doing it. They're not doing it. Yeah, term limits, Robert Paulson, term limits now.
Age
not
limits.
Later.
I'm sorry to say.
You know, you might be right, Livingston, man. You know, you have to be a certain age to take an office like that, right? I think you have to be 35 years old, right?
At the end of the day, the retirement age exists because it was deemed to be the one where you were like I hate to be like
in decline.
Yeah, about done.
Right.
You're done.
Yeah.
You know. But we don't hold instead we have people living to be 101 years old serving in halls of Congress.
Tracy K says mini strokes with a question mark. Totally could be. I'm really not sure.
Mitch is another one, needs to go lay on the couch and
listen,
be an old man.
I'm not trying to bash the guy. I'm not trying to say anything good about him. I'm not trying to say anything bad about him. I'm just saying from the outside looking in as a conscientious observer, I'll call myself at this point, you're obviously ill, Mitch. And
you're overworked and too busy for him.
It's time to hang it up, buddy. It really, really is time to hang it up. Jeep Girl, 1979. It is almost a form of elder abuse, especially when you see them. They get up, right? And they grab Dianne Feinstein and they wheel her in. And it's time to vote. Time to vote. Get Dianne in there. We gotta get her in there and prop her up. And here's your pen. Here's everything you need. Just check that box right there. Check that box right there. It's crazy. It's crazy. I don't know. Is it the power, Livingston, man, that they have that they don't want to let go of?
It's got to be.
Yeah, the power, the publicity. There's something there that they are crazy
desperately
addicted
clinging
to. Yeah, and it's terrible. It's terrible. Prepared Irishman says, "Don't worry, Mike. We'll bash him here in the chat for you." Thank you.
Take him down.
Yeah.
Listen, enough is
Hunter,
enough,
and safe travels, my friend. How about voting? I don't think that they should be allowed to vote when you get past a certain age, man.
For these people.
Yeah. Come on, man.
When even
Republicans
are starting to get the message, like no more old white men. Like I can't.
Listen, when the Democrats took Fetterman and pushed this poor guy who just had a massive stroke up on the stage because they knew if they didn't, they would lose. That's terrible, guys. That's terrible. Who does that?
It's frustrating.
It's wrong.
This is the game being played. This is the game. This is the system working exactly as designed.
Who exactly would vote for a guy who can't even form a coherent sentence?
When you start to realize, folks, that
nothing against him.
No one is voting for like any of these people.
Prepping Mantis said that Fetterman is on the cover of Time magazine right now.
He's an inspiration to us all, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, so he hasn't bounced back from this, right? Not at all. Not at all. If anything, he's kind of at a level right now where he still really can't form a coherent sentence. I don't even know if the fella can read anymore, but that's got to be like a prerequisite to be a form of state or federal government. You have to be able to. Well, he's in Congress, isn't he? Isn't that what they elected that dude to Congress? Come on, if the dude can't read and can't write his name the way it used to look, he probably shouldn't be in office. The whole system, guys.
And from the top down, the biggest problem with why the system is out of touch and out of date is because like your average member of Congress is like 68 years old, and I don't even know that. But if you look it up, I'm probably like low in my estimate. I don't know what the age of the average member of Congress is, but somebody asking.
Older than the freaking hills. Older than the freaking hills.
And not only that, but they're privileged. They're privileged people, one and all. They can vote on their own pay. They are paid more than you.
They're certainly not going to vote themselves term limits.
You can get elected to this. If you can get yourself elected to one of these positions, what you can do is serve there for 2 or 4 years, or in the case of a senator, I believe it's 6. Collect a paycheck and simply vote present. And you don't even ever have to pick a side. Nobody cares. They only care about that letter after your name.
Exactly. And which way you're going to vote. Because there are some folks who will vote with the other side from time to time to get things done. You know, some of those folks that are center of the aisle. I think we need the rise of the Libertarian Party, Livingston, man. We need the Libertarians to really freaking shake things up.
We need problem solvers.
Yeah, that's
not hack jobs who put duct tape on everything and spend too much doing it.
Russell K., we already spoke on Dianne Feinstein. These folks should not be in office. There should be a special election.
This is not a penalty.
For people who are too ill, or what would you call her? I'd say she's just about incapacitated at this juncture. I mean, she might be able to open her mouth and speak, but that's about it.
Someone could serve as her proxy, but I mean,
no, I don't know, because the proxy was never voted for,
yeah,
and her mental state.
You mean like when Kathy Hochul became governor?
We should have had her mental state checked without a doubt.
When Fauci became God, nobody voted for that either.
No, nobody voted for him. He is selected, not elected. But yeah, Feinstein, man. All these folks, McConnell, Feinstein, Fetterman, if you are ill and you're physically unable to perform, right? They would put you on the unfit for duty list. If you were in the U.S. military, you'd be unfit for duty, and they would discharge you medically from your job. I think that's exactly what should happen to these folks. It should be no different than a U.S. soldier to a congressperson. If you can't do your job, thank you for your service. Have a nice day.
Yeah, and essentially, more and more, a lot of these, all these people are the celebrities. They're just faces on TV.
The talking heads almost, right, Livingston, man?
Their staff is doing everything for them.
Yeah.
They're just like Mike said, whether it's like the 100-year-old guy or it's AOC, they're presented with papers. The aide tells them what it is. They're trying to get the work done, and that's it. They're not actually pursuing these issues. When you see these people go on TV and they don't know fuck all about what they're talking about, it's because they don't. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah.
Their privileged ass only just learned about this issue we've all known about for 10 years.
Excuse me.
It's hard to put yourself in their position.
Yeah.
It's not their fault. They can't see through from their ivory tower. There's a layer of smog that they can't see
the
through.
forest. Can't see the forest through the trees. Yardbird says it's hard to get rid of congressmen. They have a strong union. I guess so, man. There's something going on.
Most votes in history, bro.
Robert Paulson says you have to pass the bill to know what's inside it. No.
The day that happened,
give it to us. We would like to read it.
The day that they said they with their grinning, ugly, smiling faces, Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah, you got to pass it to find out what's in it.
The minute they said that, there should already been a law that no, you can't do that.
Yeah.
You got to be kidding me. Who signs a contract without reading?
They're twisting and pushing legislators into, like they did here in New York. They'll literally lock you in a hotel room and wear you down until you're too tired to do anything. And then they're like, all right, immediately to the floor for a vote. Once you're really pissed off and really angry and really don't want to be there anymore, that's when they're going to drag you in for a vote, and they're going to call it a message of necessity. And you don't leave until this is passed, essentially. That's what they want. They want these things passed. And that's how all the gun control here in New York got forced through. Middle of the night, 3 men in a room. Now it's, well, Kathy Hochul, damn near a man if you've seen her. I'm saying.
Backdoor politicians doing backdoor stuff in the middle of the night, and then all of a sudden you wake up in the morning and, hey, guess what? You're a felon 13 times over.
Paul Conroy, 65, 70. What's the retirement age now? 65. I think they moved it up, right? They moved it up, right? It used to be 65, now it's 67. So if you're 67 years old and you're in Congress or in the Senate or in any of these positions of power, it's time to fucking go. It's time to go. It's time for you to move on. Go enjoy your boat and your yacht and your lifelong pension.
Yeah, come on. Like, you guys don't make enough money compared to, like, I don't know, your constituents.
Yeah, 67 says everybody. It's 67 now. So 67 years old. Bye, Felicia.
Now in France, they ride it.
What Livingston Man would say, go on, get. And I'd have to agree with him. Livingston Man, this moon should be rising. I think it's below the tree line right now.
Oh yeah, moon rise. Yeah, that's when
it's the whole flat Earth here thing.
Horizon thing. Yeah. It'll take a second. If
It's
we're really lucky, it'll just pop up behind us.
Yeah. Granite State Prepper says you got a better chance of me collecting Social Security. Absolutely.
The setup is indeed mobile, so if the moon doesn't do exactly what we want it to, we can still bring you guys with us.
I would say, so Dobie the dog's body says, term limits, not age discrimination, please. I have bigger concern about somebody being a paid shill their whole damn career than having dementia, but I also don't believe in elections. Well, there you go. My Mother Spark, how you holding up? How's the weather? I hope y'all are all right down there. Anybody from Florida, I hope you're doing well. Donald, we see you. We hope you are well, buddy. We hope you are well. Yeah. And Rip Curl says the same thing. It shouldn't just be age, but it should be term limits. But I think once you get past a certain age, there should be a mental aptitude test. Test for things like dementia or Alzheimer's or things like that. You know, some of these people are third in line for the presidency occasionally.
Some of these people are allowed to know like military and top secret stuff.
Yeah, some of those people just shouldn't know that stuff.
Some of these people allegedly might know if like aliens are real and all the stuff that we have to guess at. Some of these people potentially know that. And of course you can't ever, like, it's not like you're gonna flash them with the memorizer.
Yeah, pew, and now you don't remember anything.
But again, like in the same reason, right? Everybody's so worried. I'm going to bring it back to the Trump syndrome.
There we go.
The Trump derangement syndrome, where like they're going to allow this man to carry the nuclear briefcase. You're allowing Joe Biden to carry it.
That's a scary thought, man.
All I'm saying is like Mike said, you got to be. If I came off as ageist, what I meant was that it should be time for you to go enjoy life. Thank you for your service.
Yeah.
You came, you saw, you ran.
Well, especially when your health fails. I'm not. Some
right. What
some
we're talking
older
about,
folks are wise enough that I think they should be there.
Or they should be in a figurehead role, like an advisor.
Yeah, of some sort.
Role.
Of some sort.
An
if
elder
you got your shit
statesman
together.
Who is, on, you can go talk to him or something like. But
yeah.
What I am specifically referring to is when you watch C-SPAN and half of Congress is sitting there like sleeping. When the minority leader of the Senate had not one but two mini strokes live on television. When the commander-in-chief of the United States falls down the stairs of his private jet routinely, it's time to question what the is going on.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
And who is voting
Shad,
for
what's
these
good,
people?
my brother?
Not only who is voting for people, why is there no other alternative? My question. Who's next in line when the old boy kicks the bucket, huh?
Saying let's bring back the fucking wigs, bro. All the way back to the revolution. Let's bring the wig party back. That's what we need. We need ruthless motherfuckers that wear wigs and don't give a shit. Right? Maybe the libertarians need to throw some wigs on.
Libertarians need
I
to
tell
stop
you what,
acting like clowns.
I'm a registered conservative.
The libertarians need to like stop because y'all like fit.
I tell you, man, they really
Libertarians say shit like
they're almost like anarchists.
Well, yeah, except with like fucking weird sexual shit. They're like, what if the child consents though?
Oh, no way.
You know, libertarians say shit like that.
No.
Shut up.
Santiago, what's good, my brother? Hope all is well. Tracy K, y'all be safe heading home. She's gonna drive up through the path of the hurricane tomorrow. So be safe. Be safe in your travels.
I thought the X in the corner was the moon. I was like, oh shit, not yet.
He got all
it's coming,
excited.
guys.
He got all excited. Sky is gorgeous.
We shouldn't be able to miss it, but for the
Gorgeous,
thick cloud
gorgeous.
cover. We're trying here.
Yeah. Hey, this is all we can do is all we can do.
Boom.
There it goes. There it
Boom.
goes. The whole
Hey.
system's down.
Oh,
Look at the quality of that camera, though. No light. How about that? Yeah, wind's picking up. Just blew the studio lights
over.
right to the ground.
Screwed.
Right to the ground.
What do we do now, boss?
RFK should join the Libertarian Party.
God.
Man.
So you can get
I
nuked
don't
by the
know.
CIA? Sounds like fun.
I don't know. Texas Surplus Pro, what's good, my man? Man, this wind is serious. Thanks, Livingston, man.
We're gonna fix her upper here.
Yeah. My weight placement, I guess, didn't really work too good. I even weighted the things down, but it's the big box lights, man. Wind just catches them. The alternative was umbrellas, and by now they'd be like totally freaking gone.
We're totally like, we're facing right into the wind.
Yeah, the wind is right here.
Because the moon's gonna come up from that way. It's going that way, it's over there.
Should be right in between the tables. Should split the drinks on the table.
If we're lucky.
But you know, we're a couple minutes past moonrise, and I don't
It's gonna
see
take it
that
a minute.
bad boy
That's
yet.
coming up over the Taconics over there. It's gotta get up.
Oh yeah, got to get up over to Berkshires. Wolfang, thank you very much. The sky does look cool. Livingston Man made it himself earlier. He wanted to make it nice for everybody in the live stream.
Our program, those things are awesome.
Yeah, he's pretty good. Johnny Preps, I'm waiting for the deer to wander out too.
Now, the one thing that you were upset about, and you promised to address it tonight, though, was your experience.
I'm gonna hold off
Okay.
because I have a guest I would like to bring on to really vent about this. Maybe a couple of guests I would like to bring on to like super vent about this because they were
like a
there. They
panel?
were there with me, and
I'll moderate your little debate. Come on!
oh, the
Stop
wind
blowing
is
our
the wind is
lights
gonna
around.
take the lights, the camera, everything, guys. I feel it. I feel it.
I guess that light just points that way now. All right? It's reality now.
Yeah, reality TV.
We have little
'Cause
like
it's
fuzzy
real.
thing on the microphone. I don't know if you guys.
That's driving them crazy. They're like, there you go. Hey!
One down. Go ahead, baby. Come on.
We
push
need another good gust.
Push it.
All right,
Come on.
guys, so I need your guesses in the chat. How many times are these freaking lights going to fall over tonight? How
I
many
think we're
times?
in-
How many times?
Just on stream.
How many
that's
times?
twice.
Just throw a number out, guys, because we're at 2 already. So what's the magic number? What's the magic number? Coffee First says 4 times tonight. 4. Johnny's on 6. Cajun's on 2. 5.
We already got 2.
5. Mamacita says 10. Santiago, there's 26. Bro, where's the faith, my man? Where's the faith? Jeep Girl, 10. 8. Eric is 8. My Mother Spark, 7. 2 because Livingston Man's going to stop caring. Travis, yeah, that one's probably just going to stay.
Travis wins because I was totally going to chime in with the real question.
Yeah, I'm not fixing him. He's not
The
fixing
real
him.
question is how many
He's not
times I'm going to
fixing
pick
him.
it back up.
Santi, bro, you threw me under the bus, man.
I
26 times.
The
26
background
times.
don't look. I wish we had like a dimmer for this thing. But
Yeah. Well, it's one or the other, huh?
just kind of
All or nothing.
On or off,
All or
baby.
nothing.
I got this little work light from China. It's like a Bao Feng or something. But
That's a Balfang.
instruction manual said
5.5.
light has 2 settings, bright and brighter.
Bright and brighter.
All right, I like your style, dude.
Fantastic. Good Lord. Livingston, man, this, whatever the heck I had, man, it's stuck in my lungs. Like,
You got microplastics in your blood, son.
can't kick it out. Can't
Quite
kick it out.
physically.
Travis says you also have a Guardian. All you got to do is click on the Guardian, right?
I could go get it. I was gonna bring it out here.
Oh, the Guardian. Yeah, he was going to do it live, but Travis, he dropped the ball again. I'm just going to have to steal your camera and record you. That's how we're going to have to do it. Yep.
I want to do like a actual like breakdown review, and I got some ideas about it. So actually, maybe
Robert
next week
Polson,
you'll
it
see
might
that.
be. The rest of my house had it. and same symptoms for everybody. I did not test positive for it, so I don't know definitely that I had it. But I took 3 of those freaking, nose swab tests, all of them negative. So I'm like, whatever, I'll just keep going to work. Nightmare, nightmare. But it stuck pretty good. It stuck pretty good.
Sorry, I got this really killer angle behind me, you guys. This shit looks fire.
You can't keep them off of this freaking camera. Water tiger, hopefully, should be coming up right behind us here any minute.
Hold your ground, okay?
We're waiting to get over the curve here. Coof spreader. Hey, I work by myself, so I was good.
He was cutting all this plastic.
Yeah, I thought I got like plastic in my lungs and in my sinuses.
Blood. He's got the microplastics in his blood.
Yeah. The sky does look awesome, Patty. Yes, it's phenomenal back there. The sun is definitely down over the Catskills, so the clouds I see on the other side of the camera are pretty awesome looking too. Beautiful sunsets here in the Hudson Valley.
Those are that way though.
Prepper Book Club came in singing. Looks like the Livingston man holding the microphone. What, in the clouds behind you? He's up there. He's up there. He's everywhere. He's everywhere. So what else is in the news, man? The big hurricane's hitting. I see that Big Bend, Florida is underwater.
They haven't really.
I hope everybody down there is safe, man. I hope they're all smart and evacuated if they told you to. Especially if you live low enough that thing's going to come into your home.
In general, like Florida knows what to do when this happens. The issue was that this particular area hadn't been hit by one of these in like, I think 100 years or something like that.
Holy cow. So nobody there had experience with one of these
On
things.
the ground experience. So, I mean, the authorities and whatever else could like tell these folks what to do. But but I think that being from Florida, you get what hurricanes are about, whether you directly experience one or not. I don't know how you can live in Florida and not have directly experience a hurricane.
Yeah, at some point, unless you just move there.
Or you just know how it is. It's like Californians don't like blink when like earthquakes
Yeah, the ground
happen.
shakes and they just keep on going.
Meanwhile, I would like cry like a child, like shaking like earthquakes. Get out of here. We're not doing that.
Yeah, lots of clear skies, tons of flooding not far away. It's only the transplants who panic. Texas Surplus Pro, good deal, man. Good deal. Good deal. Uh-oh, people are throwing numbers again. We're in trouble. We're in trouble.
I feel like this thing walked like way closer. It's like right up in my ass now.
The light?
Yeah. Like, what are you doing, bro? Like,
well, after it
back.
fell over, who knows? Who knows?
Could
have ended up anywhere.
It's really bugging me, you guys. At least I got this microphone so you can come with me.
Yeah.
Why don't how about you go back from
you get
when
the
she
light
came?
guy, you get everything. You get everything.
Is it like to suck?
No, it's great.
Good.
It's fantastic.
Keeps the bugs out of
It's
our
fantastic. Keeps the bugs out of the Livingston man's face.
The wind is nice for that. I like that. I had to put the wind shirt on because I was like, ooh, it's a little chilly-o.
It's breezy. It's breezy, but what a gorgeous night. What a gorgeous night.
What
Light
else
by
I've seen in
5.
the news?
Thanks, Texas.
So, I'm beating a dead horse. I don't want to talk about that mainstream news shit. What else I've seen that was interesting?
What you got, Livingston man?
I don't know. Let me think about it.
I'm doing it. I'm fixing the light. I can't take it.
Oh, okay. There he goes. That looks okay. I like your style.
I'm saying, I just got all the sandbags on the back leg this time, right? Sandbag the crap out of it.
News stories. I don't. You know what? I didn't. I guess I didn't. I guess I didn't even pay that much attention. The news is boring. I had a vision.
I hate reading it.
I had a vision today, and it honestly.
Okay. I want to hear about this.
It bugged me because I felt like that there wasn't really a way that it wasn't how it was going to go down.
Okay. So inevitable.
I saw an inevitable, like, just decay.
Okay.
I saw a vision, like, I saw in my mind's eye, like, an approaching wildfire, like a storm that was coming, a flood even, that was preventable, but that what depressed me was that I knew that no one would try to. And instead they would watch it come. That's 3, folks. But they would watch it come and instead, like, deal with what happened. And it depressed me.
Instead of trying to do something to change it?
There is a tendency in everything.
Excuse me.
I saw that to continuously prop up the status quo and reject change, even though we all know it's needed.
Okay.
And for a
Do you
minute,
think it's just people not subscribing to that brand of change?
I don't think there's any of it at all. Everybody's ideology is rooted in like a traditionalism that they won't embrace change. And it's okay. And then I must.
Well, change is often uncomfortable, right?
It's supposed to be, it's often necessary. And unless you intend to stall history in its tracks, and all progress in its tracks, we can't automatically reject every new idea.
Very true.
We
Very
can't,
true.
but we also can't embrace too quickly
Every new idea. Yeah.
And what I saw was this complete inability to ever really reconcile those 2 points.
Okay.
It will never happen. I saw no hope for any of us. I saw an everlasting this.
Oh, just the slow decay, right?
I saw just a
So it's like an eternity of
this.
the same shit, Groundhog Day.
As the wind blows harder as I say this.
Yeah,
You can't
it's-
deny the dark
wow.
cloud above us right now.
It's supposed to be crystal clear tonight, guys, and it looks like
I saw what
might get wet.
I imagined a future that did not impress me. It depressed me. Because I felt like I knew that what I saw was true and that no one was going to come forward to change what we know is coming, but instead we were just going to watch it happen.
Watch it all crumble instead of trying to do something about it.
Now, I know hope's not a good plan, but what I was confronted with was almost a complete lack of faith.
Right, and you just kind of...
It bothered me.
You know, Livingston, man, I felt that way the other day. It was Monday when I went out with some
That's
friends.
the day
to
that'll
something.
get you too.
I felt, you know, we talk about secessio plebis and how unplugging the system. Oh, baby, I see it. Do you guys see it? It's rising right over top of this Red Bull can right there. It's time.
Yes,
It's
it
time.
is.
It's time.
There's a red thing coming up over the... It's right over there.
But when I left this event that I went to, it sucked the hope out of me. You know, the little bit of hope that I had that things could be solved without violence, that things could be solved peacefully. It really sucked the life out of me on the ride home. I was disgusted. I got home, I skipped dinner to go to this thing, went and grabbed some friends and headed up there, and it crushed me. It crushed me to see the way people were acting, and it sucked that last little bit of hope out of me, and it told me that people are just too fucking complacent and too comfortable in their lives. And nothing's gonna change until the average person is made extremely uncomfortable. I think it's unfortunate, but I think being uncomfortable,
Well, it builds character, and it shows you exactly what your alternatives are. You're right. I mean, I kind of just felt the same way that, like, of course, we can't come out and change everybody's mind. You're never going to bring everybody over to your side, whatever your side is, and you got to accept that.
yeah.
But
Oh, the damn.
it was coming up.
Hopefully that breeze that came through blows
I
them right
started
out of the
talking
way.
all that apocalypse shit.
Yeah, it's starting to look like it. It's starting to look like it.
You know, what do
Rip
you-
curl, yes, complacency and fear. And like Livingston Man's vision of people fearing change, and they don't want to embrace it, so they would rather hold on to the crumbling old world and let the whole building come down around them than to walk out of the crumbling building and into something new.
It's practically hoarder mentality.
Yeah.
This is all junk. Get rid of it.
No, I for one think it's
This
time
is my
to start
thing, so.
the underground markets. I think it's time to really get that stuff kicked into high gear, because when the switch comes, because we all know it's going to come at some point, we'll all be pushed into the streets to have to deal with everything
When
ourselves.
the log rolls over, we'll all be dead, man. Now, exactly. Now, when I use now I know everybody's out here like do not comply, and you're kind of you're narrowing that down to these new mandates you
think are coming.
You think are coming. They incepted that seed in you, and now you're running with it. But when I say do not comply, when I was like, you know what, the time is over, do not comply, what I mean is these systems that you disagree with, these laws that, when they say things to you like you gotta pass it to find out what's in it, when they say it's potentially illegal, but we are urging you to move forward with these mandates anyway, and people do it, this is what I do not comply with this. If this, when you know it's constitutional, if the law is illegal, the law is null. The law is not to be obeyed if the law is not declared by you. You're not the authority on that. But when Supreme justices and federal courts deem some of these things that these people do to be unconstitutional, they are not to be abided by.
Yeah.
And anyone that does abide by them is
when they go ahead and make them worse and then unleash, new hell on everybody.
Or in the case of New York and some other states clap back to Supreme Court rulings to double down and make their shit even more unconstitutional. You simply disregard that.
It's disgusting.
What I mean by do not comply is I don't think drinking and driving should be against the law, so I'm going to do it. That's not what I'm talking about. When laws are clearly wrong or clearly loaded or clearly unfair or unjust, they should be disregarded. The same way a soldier is taught to disregard an unlawful order, us as citizens should do so as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, the Constitution affords us protections from
Supposed
these things.
to, or should I say it's used to.
It does. It's up to you to use those.
They're like a guy that owes you money. They're not going to remind you of the fact. You have to remind them.
No. You have to know the fact, and you have to go about it the right way. You know what I mean?
And rights once taken are seldom or never given back.
Because they are going to put the screws to everybody and say that you're going to have to tell it to the judge, son. Tell it to the judge.
That's it.
And that's exactly what we're going to have to do. There's such a thing as jury nullification. If the people don't agree with the law, you'll never convict anybody on it because they don't agree with it. So out of a jury of your 12 peers, if one of them disagrees with it and will not waver, you don't go to jail. Just saying.
It's
Just saying.
It's a form of secessio plebis, but in the judicial system you get. Remember them using especially jury nullification in the context of 2A stuff.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
When you get people we will not convict this, do not bring this before me.
Yeah.
It's what you need. That involves changing minds, education, and everything else. But back to my pessimistic viewpoint was that the time for changing minds is over.
Yeah, well,
there are no minds to be changed.
it's going to change someone's mind. It's going to take a huge jolt, I think
there's only that like minds need to unite. I think, unfortunately, like the lines are like essentially drawn at this point with a few deserters on either side.
Right.
But at this point, it's about banding together
there it goes.
Everybody.
There it goes. That's all right. The backdrop looks better than us anyway. Oh man, the chat was all messed up. Just fixed it.
Light don't look too bad. We'll stick with it. Come on, Moon. She's over there. It's gonna pop through.
It's hiding behind the clouds, but it's on its way. It's on its way. That
did
much
this
I know.
for you guys.
Eric N1 RV, thank you so much for your donation, bro. We really appreciate you. You keep us together, bro. You keep us together.
No.
YouTube's always knocking us down, but y'all be picking us up all the time, man.
We do
Thank
this
you.
for you guys. Like I feel
man,
like
Chad says 4.
like you guys are like my friends. I say this a lot. If you are dissatisfied with the way you start local, man. Yeah, you got kids. Get on the school board. Go out, shake hands.
You got it, man.
And you got to trust that being a real person from your community that actually has kids that go to that school might go farther than you think about trying to get yourself elected. Get yourself involved. If you don't agree with what's going on, don't sit and piss and moan about it from your Facebook, on your phone, reading about it happening somewhere else when it's probably happening in your town too. Get involved. And I get it. What about my 20-year-old tweets, bro? I understand everybody in their 20-year-old, we're like so bright.
You're
So
welcome.
bright. Your 20-year-old tweets. And I mean, I used to say this, I was like, one day, I used to be a punk rock kid in high school, man. I had the blue hair, couple earrings, safety pin literally shoved through my nose. I got tattoos. And I said one day, one day there'll be congressmen, and like one day it won't be strange to see people that look like this. It's the way we have to feel about the things that we, as immature individuals, said in the past. Maybe you've moved past what you said. Maybe you hold that dear and you meant it when you said it. But either way, get over the fact that maybe I can't get elected. 20 years ago, a guy with purple hair couldn't get elected. Now that guy with purple hair is actually
The president of the United States
excuse
of
me,
America.
should I say that chick that's a guy now with purple hair is a senator? So
Totally could be.
I
Totally
totally
could be.
called it. Like, so the time is going to be up soon when people are going to care what you said 20 years ago. We all said dumb shit 20 years ago. Get out there, get your name known, or if you're a good person in your community already, people already know you. Get involved with the politics, because otherwise we have these 100-year-old people who are going to tell us what to do. And everybody on the internet's got so much better opinions than they do and would do it so much better. So
Do it. Do it.
let's see it then, everybody.
Do it. Do it. Let's see. Patty Roach had a comment in here I'm looking for right now. Where did it go? He says, here's some news. The Biden administration to issue new guidelines for alcohol consumption. They say you should only have 2 beers a week. Livingston man, please chime in on this. As I gotta.
How big are the beers? Like I can only
Yeah,
buy.
are we talking Heineken mini kegs?
Well, all right. So what?
Right.
If that's even real, what Joe Biden needs to do
Saying.
is stop. Get off my gas stove. Get off my water heater. Even 1984 says do not, under any circumstances, come for their sports beer or lottery. He's pushing it.
So Patty says that they are 16-ounce beers.
I get 2 a week.
That's it. New guidance.
What is this, the British
New
Navy?
guys.
This is the British Navy? They gave them 2 beers a day. It's required. They would mutiny if you didn't get their fucking beer. All right, Joe Biden.
so-
I see you. I'll raise you a Keystone Light, and I got 2 Paps in the clip, motherfucker.
He's ready to go.
Here's my 2
He's ready
beers,
to go.
Joe. Come and
Livingston
take
man
them.
is strapped to the
Come
nines.
and take
Yeah.
them.
Well, I did see that the Gadsden flag is now considered racist. There was a kid who had a patch on his backpack and went to school. I actually saw the video from inside the classroom where they wouldn't allow him to take his backpack back into the room because it has the Gadsden flag on it. And they attribute it to slavery and racism.
I am not going to quote on the historicity.
Of the Gadsden flag?
Yep, but if you know, please enlighten us.
I
I don't know the Gadsden flag. I know what it is and what it looks like.
I know what it stands
what
for.
we are,
What we consider it to stand for.
what we've appropriated it to stand for. How
Yeah,
that works.
the actual. I'll have to. I'm gonna research.
never,
this.
never
I'm
to
gonna
me
research
what.
this. I'm not gonna speak out of frustration and misspeak. So I'll dig into it, Livingston man.
The best I can
I'll
do
dig
is,
into it.
in this particular controversy, I saw someone quip that it was because the guy that drew it said something racist 100 years ago. So, I can't really speak to it. I was never under the impression the Gadsden flag. I
Was
think
racist.
what this
they
is,
said that the Betsy Ross flag was racist too.
because
But they
it's
say-
been
because it-
appropriated by people they consider to be supremacists and racist.
Well,
the symbol
let's-
itself
let's,
is not.
well.
It's used by people who are. Same as the Georgia battle flag.
They're attributing anything
Can we get 5?
from a time where folks owned slaves to racism. If it existed during that time, they consider it racist nowadays, don't they, guys? I mean, that's the way I see all this going. If you fly a historic flag,
Completely
they consider
deny us
you a
as
racist.
human, aren't they?
No way. we'll just let the stream go. We'll just leave it out here.
Well,
it's coming. Look how bright those clouds are.
It's portable. We can move.
Yeah, we might have to.
Take y'all with us. If that thing comes out, we'll make sure you guys.
Yeah, yeah.
I hate the whole like racist.
Drives me nuts.
In itself, I consider it a slur, and I also consider it a cop-out. It's like, why don't you just call me fat, dude? Like, hey, look, it's fat. Oh, congratulations, what a comeback.
Oh, my feelings.
You know what I mean? Like,
feelings.
Racist, really, why?
It's their go-to term.
Because it's
when you beat them with facts, is you're a racist, I'm not talking to you anymore.
And what they expect you to do, and what I mean by they is a person that assails you with this accusation. Is what they expect you to do is then stutter and stammer and defend yourself.
Absolutely.
Which makes you look like more of an asshole.
Yeah.
When instead what should happen is you laugh in their face, turn around, and disregard everything they just said.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more there.
Unless you're an actual racist, and then honestly go fuck yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. Kick fucking rocks. Kick rocks. Racism is not cash money, and
I'm not saying that as some cop-out. I find it disgusting.
Yeah, we don't buy into it.
Can I tell a story? I witnessed an event that I'm known to work at, and they had these sort of very progressive California types were getting married.
Yeah.
It's two chicks. They're gonna get married. Very progressive, open-minded.
Sure, live your life, man.
And we had two Jamaican fellas that did our heavy lifting for us, and they're great friends of mine, fellow humans and workers. They are my brothers.
Mm-hmm.
This very progressive person discovered that there was colored folks working at her wedding, and she said, quote, "I didn't pay $10,000 to look out and see two N-words working at my wedding."
What?
It was the most disgusting fucking thing I ever saw in my life, not just because it came from a left-wing liberal, because she talked about my brother like that.
Wow.
Two of them.
That's terrible, man.
My first instinct was to step forward and be like, "Excuse me, you F-word?" And be like, "I don't understand the difference." Instead, this is what we're up against, even with the most progressive people in the world.
Evil.
If you are a person who will look at a person's skin color and say automatically that that's a bad person and deserves hate, once again, go fuck yourself, unsubscribe, and throw all the hate you want at me at the comments, because I believe that this community will fucking run you out of the comments section with extreme prejudice.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You bring that bullshit around here, and you can basically kiss your ass goodbye. Yeah.
An asshole is an asshole, and it has nothing to do with the color of their skin or where they came
Absolutely. Amen, Livingston, man. Catskill, New York prepper. Good evening, sister. Good to see you. Good to see you. The moon is right back there.
It's that.
He's trying to peek through the clouds. It's the little bright spot you see
Should
behind
we like
me.
kill one light? Like, we're so bright. They can't see
go
it.
ahead, go ahead.
They
Shut
can't
one of them
see
down,
it, Mike.
Livingston, man. You ain't gonna hurt my feelings.
What if we did this? I mean, that sky is lit up. That's not a sunset. That's the blue moon that's very yellow rising. Yeah, they can see it, right?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Well, you can kind of catch it back there. I mean,
I fear you're not going to actually get a good shot of it.
well, we will. We will.
We'll have faith.
I'm not, like I said, we don't have to kill the stream. We just move the camera and step out of the way and let you guys enjoy it.
My hope in humanity has not been restored, but my faith that you'll see
Eric says, I'm an asshole. Please don't block me. It's okay to be an asshole, right? It's okay to be an asshole as long as you're not a racist piece of shit. That's all. Just don't be a racist piece of shit.
We're taught not to judge and are not supposed to. That's supposed to be left to someone else.
Yeah.
But if you're going to, I'm going to concede that you should do it on the content of someone's character and for the love of God.
Yeah.
Not external features. They had no choice.
Well, I think we can all agree that we should all hate on pedophiles. So let's just do that. Right?
Again, has nothing to do. That's on the inside. What you're
well,
against.
sure.
there.
No, well, it's in their heads or wherever it is. But they're, we can all hate them equally. So let's, if you are a racist, maybe hop on the hate the pedophile bandwagon and let the color thing go, because that really doesn't matter. It's about skin pigment. It's all the same on the inside, guys. Eric says, I'm not racist. I hate everyone.
That's a bigot.
Yeah.
My kind of guy.
Oh, man.
I meant what I
That's
said.
hilarious.
I don't want to. I'm not going to sit here and dwell. I meant what I said. I've done a lot of work. As a farm boy, I have worked alongside of equality. Grab a hand, help each other up out of the hole
Yeah,
you just
man.
dug.
Absolutely.
With everyone. The thing that brought us together. Honestly, if we're going to draw lines across society, and I really wish we wouldn't, but
You got workers and slackers.
you got slaves and masters. And I'm not appropriating anything here, but what I'm talking about is
We're all slaves to the system.
and there's like the 18 very, very, very rich people who are not.
Very true. Very
If you got to
true.
draw lines across society, you should probably draw them there.
Yeah, Moldy Soldier, have a great night, my friend. Safe travels. Enjoy the walk. Enjoy the walk. It's a beautiful evening here in the Hudson Valley, but the clouds are not cooperating with our full moon live stream.
You should be able to sue the weatherman. I mean,
Yeah,
you know,
he's full of shit.
we promised our viewers
Yeah, he
a
said
full moon.
clear
And
skies.
they said clear sky, and instead it's the exact opposite.
Yeah,
But I did
yeah.
drop some doom on this shit. It may have been me. We all gonna die Wednesday, man. The doom had to happen at one point.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Difference is I'm not like, oh my God. It wasn't fake doom. That was real doom. I also have this unnatural, like, it's not a belief, like this realization that a lot of the shit that I say comes true.
Yeah.
And it disturbs me sometimes. I remember when I was like a catastrophic snowstorm was going to bury people under 4 feet of snow. And
Yeah, it happened like 2 days later. Yeah.
out of nowhere. And then I saw a vision of like President Hunter Biden, and I was afraid.
Robert Polson says the DHS bulletin on the definition of domestic extremists noted that a characteristic is someone owning those types of flags. You're absolutely right, Robert Polson. They have attributed all of this
Did I get
stuff to extremists.
Shot a Japanese beetle right at
He
you.
almost got
Take
me.
that, you bastard.
Came whizzed right past my
Got him.
face.
I'd have got him too if it wasn't
Listen.
for you meddling kids.
They're going to continue to label folks as extremists, as terrorists, as racists, as everything, regardless of what you really feel. That's how they are going to paint everyone. When things get really, really bad, everybody's a terrorist. Everybody's an extremist. Everybody's, extremist.
They've made, at this point, because they've like narrowed everyone down and put them in so many different little genres and boxes,
Oh, it's terrible.
you're left with then
It's terrible.
what even is normal? There's no such thing as
Livingston, man, I don't know.
there's no such thing as center, because like there's a box and there's a name for it. They have categorized every single belief,
Every person.
every single thing. And at the end of the day, what you find is that everyone's been put in their own box, and they practically don't even share it with anyone. Which
Right.
means we're all individuals and are unique. As many different the statement's really in how many boxes you try to put us in, and then find out that every one of us only fits in one.
Yeah. Well, they're going to shove you in every box that they want you in.
What, pack
But
you like
every
Christmas
box-
decorations?
Yeah, but every box will be labeled extremist on the side of it. It's just a matter of the level of extremist, I guess.
So they lump
You
you
know,
in with your people.
Well, if you go
way
to
they treat-
school board meetings and speak up, you're an extremist. They're stretching that term out real fucking far, Livingston, man, real far.
You know, demographics like that work best when you're trying to house inmates.
Gadsden Flag School Board reversed teacher's decision, and they allow the young man to bring his patch. Fucking win. That's awesome.
Very cool. Now I got some questions. Now that we settled that debate, now I want to know, does the fucking punk know how to read? How's he doing on his test scores? Or is he just using school?
No, the kid looked like a really smart, well put together kid, man. He did. You know, they're talking. He wants to get straight A's, and they're in there bashing the kid because of a patch on his backpack.
Now, of course, this wouldn't be the first time that some kid has used high school as a political soapbox. David Hogg comes to mind. Cool. I'm glad you get to wear your Gadsden flag patch to school.
Yeah.
Here's my problem with this. Okay, so they reached a settlement. Somebody's gonna get a bunch of $1 million probably, right?
No. The school board just reversed their decision. There was no lawsuits or anything that I know of yet, Livingston, man.
Well, whenever they do this, when you sue the school, when you sue the police department, when
You're just taking money away from them.
In the school I went to, there was a case of potential like abuse.
You're right.
It was alleged the teacher was rough with a student,
Okay.
got physical.
Yeah.
A settlement was reached. It paid out. It's all good. My school went without basically everything
Yeah.
for 6 years.
It's terrible.
Now, I'm not saying that what happened was justified. This should have never happened. But what happened is when this family brought lawsuit against the school, they nearly crippled it to the point where we didn't have field trips. The price of our lunches went up. The school couldn't fund itself and forced it to take it out on the consumers, the students.
Kids. Yeah, and their families. It sucks, man. It sucks.
The same when you sue the police department. When they fuck up, they can do so with impunity because it's not them that actually answers for it.
No, it's the state or the town or
You.
whoever. Yeah, we the people. We the people. Lindsay D says the kid does well in school. The idiot teacher or whatever she was said he couldn't have it due to its tie to racism.
Her
Yeah,
argument is stupid.
Yeah, come on. This is what a college education gets you anymore. It seems like Livingston, man, is indoctrinated with liberal leftist policies, hands down.
And
it
you get
seems like
shouted
that's
that you
all they preach in college.
And if you even attempt to speak otherwise on a college campus, you are shouted down violently.
Oh yeah. Oh
Security's
yeah.
called in and the event is canceled.
Yep. Sorry, you got to go. You got to go.
It's why the
Eric
leftists...
N1RV says, see, that's the problem. You shouldn't go after the organization, the person solely. But some of these folks are protected by, once you're invested in the school district, you are kind of part of it.
Tenure.
And, yeah, you've got your tenure and you're there.
For the love of God,
don't
don't Google how many teachers in New York City alone collect a salary and they're sex offenders and aren't allowed to be around children, so they show up to work, sit in the teacher's lounge, collect a check, and go home.
Oh my God.
Tenure says they can't be fired, but law says they can't be around children.
Oh, we got a little moon action going on, Livingston, man. It's coming, Wolfgang. It's coming.
You guys, the entire system as we know it is completely just, it's been corrupted by every evil force known to man, honestly.
Sunset, yes, the Department of Education has been weaponized for decades. If you can afford to put your kids in a private school, do it. The public education system is
and if you can't
shit.
If you can't afford to put them in private school, homeschool.
It's better. It's
Anything
better.
but the public
I know
school.
a lot of kids who were homeschooled, and they are smarter than most kids who are in public schools.
I meet
nowadays.
homeschool kids and I'm like, nice.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with it, man. It's hard work for the parents. It's extremely hard work. It's a full-time job.
With public school, again, legislation now applies to your child's education. No child left behind. Sounds great on paper. Headline is amazing, so
Crock of
heartwarming.
shit.
What it really means is passing everyone, regardless of whether you actually know what you're doing or not.
Yeah. What they really want you to do is pass those state-mandated tests and
Because-
spend enough hours in the classroom. That's really all that's
Because
required.
it justifies the existence of the system itself.
Yeah.
If you can,
Yeah.
by manipulating statistical test results, you can say, look, it's working.
Yeah.
Without actually checking up on whether they're retaining the information.
Yeah, Livingston, man, when all else fails, you manipulate the data.
Oh, obviously.
Manipulate the data, make yourself look like a prophet. Mr. B Local, what's good, my brother?
Mr. B Local,
We
I'm
are,
going to tell you something right now.
He's a little late this evening.
The words to that song are not what you were told.
Oh, yeah. I told...
We'll leave it at that, but that's some false information.
Yeah, no, it's, well, maybe. We
There's
had
some
talked
gray
about it
area.
at work the other day, Mr. B Local.
There's some gray area, but...
Excuse me. Yeah, Livingston, man, Yeah.
I debunked the myth. I did it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, that was the point.
Oh man, Livingston, man, 8:33. We're killing it tonight. Time is flying.
We're gonna
Time
hang
is
out until
flying.
that fucking moon shows itself. Okay.
Yeah, we're not going anywhere.
Or the phone
We're not
dies,
going
whichever
anywhere.
comes first.
Yeah, that could happen. That could totally happen. Although, Angry, if you're watching, I charged it to 100%. 100%.
We got a while. We're all right.
Yeah, I think we'll be all right.
Is
I
that
think we'll be
right?
all right. Is what right?
74 people in here.
70 what? 74%?
No, 74 people.
Ah, what up, everybody? The moon's coming.
I don't know.
Moon's
There's
coming.
like
Wolf
numbers
Fang's
on
gonna
the
lose it,
screen. I
man.
don't
He's
know.
gonna lose it.
It's a bit blustery here. I don't know. So it's We All Gonna Die Wednesday. And you know what? This time I brought some legitimate doom. And I didn't mean to like spring it on you guys like that. But I saw...
Hey, man, when you
I
feel
didn't
something,
see it. It's not like I stared into the sun and like physically witnessed the shit.
no, you just
This scenario ran into my brain and I couldn't let it go. I had to like tell somebody. So I appreciate y'all
yeah.
sucking that up. I didn't,
No problem, man. Thanks for
I'm
letting us
usually
know.
not the guy who's dooming it.
Well,
What I was hoping,
it's very realistic, Livingston, man.
what I was hoping is it would be a warning, a call to action.
Yeah, don't let the decay happen.
Don't
guys.
just stand there and
keep
watch.
the republic alive. Keep the republic alive in your heart, and don't ever stop fighting for it.
What is legal is not always right, and what is right is seldom legal.
Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth?
Like, it ain't like legal that the weatherman told us it would be clear, and instead,
I tell you what, weatherman ain't got a clue anymore, huh?
I think they just let like their 5-year-old kids do it.
Yeah. Oh, guys, I was watching the future cast of the Hurricanes track. If it follows the model
Please come
prediction,
here.
it's going to get back into the Atlantic Ocean off the coast of the Carolinas somewhere. And this sucker is going to loop back around and head back down towards the Caribbean. So this thing may come back around again. If it gets back down into the tropics and the conditions are right, it
People
may
of the sun.
reform and come back at us again.
Now, in my life, I remember a hurricane doing this once. Like, he wouldn't
Yeah.
stop.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, again?
Yeah,
Like,
it just went out into the ocean and
it
they
just
would
kept
loop
coming
around
back.
and just keep
Why are
hitting the
you
coast
doing
and
this?
hitting the coast.
I don't remember which hurricane it was. If you know in the chat, I don't think it was Andrew. Although I remember Andrew too. He was a big guy. He covered
Yeah.
like the entire state of Florida and moved real slow.
Yeah, those are the nasty ones. Dump like feet of rain.
Slower moving they are. That's the worst.
Yeah, especially if they get into the mountainous areas. Oh man.
Come up against and they hit the rain shadow and they start catching all
the
rain.
Appalachians and up into well, we've seen what happens when they hit the Catskills. You get the 1,000-year floods, guys. You know, you're talking 15 to 20 inches of rain over the course of 48 hours. It's incredible.
Complete
It's
saturation
incredible.
happens at that point.
It's incredible.
Catastrophic land movement.
Yeah. Man, this moon is just fighting us. It looks like there's a big hole in the clouds right there, Livingston, man. It's coming. It's coming.
And that's if we don't get that, I think we're done.
Yeah.
I don't think
we're in
we'll get
trouble.
See what I mean? See where faith.
Jan Rudd said Hurricane Ivan did that exact thing. That must have been the one, Hurricane Ivan. Fantastic.
Hurricanes don't bother me. I mean, well, they bother me in the sense that they rain a whole lot, and that's really what becomes a problem here in the Hudson Valley, along with the tree damage that they may or may not
Flooding.
produce. But the flooding,
Flooding.
and because our roads around here aren't particularly built to withstand shit like that.
No.
These are East Coast roads. They follow animal.
Lots of salt, lots of sand.
Yeah, and they follow like animal trails and stuff. And
The deer crossing signs fucking everywhere.
yeah, these are the edges of like people's farms, you know,
Yeah.
and so like these roads can't handle that stuff. They crumble and wash away. Bridges blow out. It's done.
It happens. So Hurricane Irene, or I think by the time it got here, it was Tropical Storm Irene. No, it came right up the Hudson, Hurricane Irene.
That
right?
absolutely fucked shit up even here though.
Yeah.
It
I
rained
literally
so
saw
much.
Lake Taconic across the Taconic State Parkway. I drove through Lake Taconic, but it was on the Taconic State Parkway.
I absolutely wrecked, especially, I mean, rest in peace, like Prattsville.
Yeah, Johnny Preps lived through that storm over there, and it was crazy, man. It was crazy.
The National Guard had to like get people helicopters. This was not a joke, and it's not funny.
Yeah, no, the whole town
Houses floated
washed away. In the area, there's a little stream, and there's a field next to it that's hundreds and hundreds of yards long, Livingston, man. 1,400 yards long. I mean, it's huge. And I'm out there driving through, and as you drive through these cliffs where the stream is on your left, there is debris in the trees 15 feet over my head.
That was a high water mark.
But the field is 1,400 yards across, which means that entire valley became a river that was about 40 feet deep in the span of 24 hours. So know where you're at, guys. If these things are coming and you've seen things happen in the past, prepare for it. You know, get the fuck out. Get out of there. Get away from it. Don't be a victim. Don't be a victim. Be somebody who can respond. If you're in the middle of the shit, you can't respond to the shit to help people out. You've got to find a way to get to safety and then come back to help.
You know, people live where they live, and in that vein, now getting a hurricane aimed at you is almost a little random. Like it could happen. But what about like places where there are like major cities like built around volcanoes?
Yeah, that's scary. That's scary. Washington State, you got what, Mount St. Helens, right?
Sure.
That could go at any time.
Mount Rainier sits directly outside of Seattle. It's the one you see.
Cascadia subduction zone.
The whole area is volcanic. Not to mention Naples, a lot of Italy. Naples, even like Mount Vesuvius is once again, like Milan and this are all like heavily populated once again. Hawaii, every one of those islands is an active or dormant volcano.
Jay Creature says, I noticed that propane tanks always survive hurricanes. They always float by newscasters. I'm installing oar locks on my tanks.
You'd probably actually get down to the Titanic in one of those. Oh, look, there it is, you guys. Look. She's going to show herself for us.
Yeah, baby.
Turn that light off.
Oh, I got to turn the lights off. Here we go. Full darkness. Enjoy the moon. Livingston Man, gone. Booyah.
This is the best view we're going to get of this super blue moon, you guys, all right? There she is.
There it is, folks.
Shine bright like a diamond.
It's gorgeous. Let me tilt the
tilt your camera up just a little bit, Michael. Just a little bit, Michael. Please.
There you go. And the glow of the cigarette. Livingston Man waving his GoPro around. Fantastic. We did it, Livingston Man. We caught the full super blue moon.
Just in time to look at that. She finally broke through right in frame for us.
So awesome. Water Tiger says the next one is in 14 years. Yeah.
Yeah, so like 2039 or something.
Yeah, Jay Creature says we're Luna ticks. We may have ticks from hanging out here by the soy. The soy will get us for sure.
Got no ticks. It looks like the moon from the Clark Griswold movies there.
Oh yeah, that's fantastic.
Listen, if you guys still believe this is a green screen, you're giving us way too much credit, man. Super cool, dude.
JD Etheridge says it's still behind a few clouds here in Georgia. I'm sure. Texas says probably couldn't see that from the city. The city lights suck, man.
You can see my cigarette. All right, that's cool. That's really cool. With all these cars going by, so annoying.
Yes, thank you, Catskill. Please, folks, smash that thumbs up button. If you're hanging out with us tonight and you're enjoying yourself, we really appreciate it. If you could smash that like button.
Get my cigarette out of the frame.
Oh, it's just gorgeous. Headed up behind the clouds now.
Yeah, it's looking like cover after that. I think what we got there is
says it's all AI. Mary Miles, welcome. Red Scout, you know what, man? The folks have had about enough of the Bible thumping in the chat. Enough, bud.
I get it,
Enough. It's too much.
You won. Get over it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, come on. You don't have, you run around thumping people with the Bible, and it's not really what was intended, bro. Sorry, it's not what was intended. You catch a whole lot more flies with honey than you do with vinegar, my friend.
Does he want to get roasted? I could do that too. I can take both sides.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the
Yeah,
moon,
just enough.
the moon is
Enough.
gone.
Yep, she's gone and we's gone, folks. This is your We All Gonna Die Wednesday, and we appreciate y'all for being here. Smash that like button, folks, and we will catch y'all. Oh, the Livingston man's getting in there.
Thanks for
We will
coming,
catch y'all
everybody.
on the next Too Soon to Tell Tuesday, or maybe sooner. You never know. You never know when we're going to pop up. We always got something in the works here. But y'all have a great night. Hudson Valley Prepping Survival, and well, maybe the Livingston man can find the button to stop this thing. I don't know. Yeah, no, y'all have a great night.
Goodbye.
Hudson Valley Prepping Survival, and we's out of here. Top right corner, Livingston man. There you go. Oh, he can't do it. He can't do it.